If your staff touches patient information, HIPAA training is not optional. It is a legal requirement, and in 2026, the expectations around security training get even sharper. Most practices do not fail because they never heard of HIPAA. They fail because training is treated like a one-time video, a sign-in sheet, and a folder nobody can find later. Here's the simple idea. HIPAA training is not a class. It is a system. The right people learn the right rules at the right time. And you can prove it. HIPAA uses the word workforce broadly. That includes full-time employees, part-time staff, volunteers, trainees, and even people under your direct control. If they can see protected health information, or PHI, they need training. Paid or unpaid does not change that. Because policies do not make decisions. People do. The front desk decides whether to speak softly. A nurse decides whether to leave a screen unlocked. An office manager decides whether a records request is valid. One bad click on a phishing email can turn a training gap into a breach. What has to be covered? Start with privacy. Staff need to know what PHI is, how to use it, when to share it, and when not to. They need to understand patient rights, the minimum necessary rule, complaint procedures, and your own policies. Then, security. That means passwords, multi-factor authentication, suspicious logins, malware, phishing, device security, and safe handling of electronic PHI. Under the 2026 security rule changes, annual security awareness training is no longer just a smart habit. It becomes an explicit requirement. Staff also need training on phishing and social engineering, incident response, encryption awareness, and, for the right roles, the lines between sensitive clinical systems and everything else. Not everyone needs the same depth. A clinician needs guidance on disclosures and patient access. A front desk team member needs clear rules for authorizations and conversations in public areas. IT staff need deeper training on access controls, audit logs, encryption, and response procedures. Good training is role-based because real work is role-based. When should training happen? New people should be trained within a reasonable period after joining, ideally before they ever touch PHI. Then, training continues, at least annually for security awareness, and again whenever policies change, technology changes, job duties change, or an incident reveals a weakness. Think of it less like a yearly event and more like regular maintenance. And this part is where many organizations stumble. If training happened, but you cannot show when it happened, what was covered, who completed it, and how understanding was verified, OCR may treat that like no training at all. Documentation matters. Dates, topics, attendees, quiz results, certificates, acknowledgements, and retention for 6 years. Training without records is like locking the door but throwing away the key. Here's a practical example. Say you hire a new receptionist on Monday. Before she handles calls, checks patients in, or prints anything with PHI, she should learn the basics of privacy, the minimum necessary rule, password habits, phishing awareness, and how to report a problem. If your office later rolls out a new patient portal, she needs updated training on that workflow too. If a phishing attempt hits the practice, that becomes a trigger for another focused lesson. That is what compliance looks like in real life. So where does HIPAA Agent fit? It turns this from a scramble into a program. Instead of building everything by hand, practices can use 6 role-based modules covering privacy, security awareness, breach notification, social engineering, device security, and incident response. Staff complete training on their own schedule, take quizzes, receive certificates, and their completion is tracked automatically. Annual reminders go out. Audit-ready reports are generated. The goal is not just to teach people, it is to create evidence.
And that changes the experience completely. Instead of wondering who still needs training, you know. Instead of hunting through email threads for proof, you have it. Instead of hoping your team understands what to do, you can test it, refresh it, and improve it over time. The takeaway is simple. HIPAA staff training is not a box to check once a year. It is the operating system for how your practice protects patient information every day. Train everyone who touches PHI. Make it role-based. Repeat it when risk changes. Document everything. Do that, and training stops being a weak point. It becomes one of your strongest defenses.